Okay, welcome everybody to the November the 7th accountability and goal setting webinar. I'm Josh. We are going to talk today about mindset and goal setting around the holidays. It's a tricky time of year. It's easy to get off track, and then it's really super easy to say to ourselves, just kind of like whenever you start doing bad on a diet around Wednesday or Thursday, and we tell ourselves, I'm going to get back on it on Monday. It's super dangerous this time of the year and super easy for us to be able to say, I'm just going to wait until January to get back started. I'll be walking you through the webinar today. I'm Josh Cherry. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Delta Life Fitness. I've got a background in Marine Corps. I've been in the Marine Corps for 13 years. I'm a physical fitness instructor for the Marine Corps. I also teach nutrition and group training with the Marine Corps, and that's kind of how I began to create the curriculum and the program that is now Delta Life. Over the years, the lovely exercise and nutrition program managers, Jade and Kristen, have taken what we started back then and made it into the great program that Delta Life is today, and obviously targeted it way down, made it way more specific to just women's only weight loss, and created the whole program around that. These webinars, every week we get together and we just kind of refocus on our goals and we say, hey, where are we at? Let's set some new accountability. Let's talk about the hard times that are coming up. And let's have a mastermind here and let's set some goals around how we can get better results through whatever time of the year we're going through from week to week. So everybody that's new, from all the new gyms, Jacksonville, South Daytona, or South Jacksonville, Daytona, Eastern Shore, all of you guys, welcome to the webinar. Glad to have you on here. So the first thing we do at each weekly webinar is we announce the winner from our hashtag challenge from last week, and I'm glad to see that she's in here. Tiffany, our lifestyle specialist, did the webinar last time, and we did a hashtag I choose to live a happier lifestyle and just do our live a more active lifestyle and do things of that nature. Our winner was Pam McKinney. So Pam, congratulations, and I see you're in here. Yay, Pam! So here's the good news for all you guys that are in here today. I like to give away stuff, so this is going to be a fun webinar. At the end of this one today, I'm going to give away, if you were on our nutrition webinar a couple weeks ago, you remember I gave away a couple of 28-day takedown challenges that we're going to be running in January. Now, this is a $240 challenge, a 28-day challenge with very specific nutrition meal plans that's going to be awesome, and I'm going to give another one of those away today. And you can do this no matter which gym you're at, but I'm going to give away one $240 takedown 28-day takedown New Year's challenge during this webinar. So we're going to go through it, and at the end, we're going to set some good goals to get us through the last 8 weeks of the year here. Yeah, it's scary. There's only 8 weeks left of the year. We're going to set some good goals, and then I'm going to give away one of these takedown challenges. Are we ready to go? I'm ready to go. Okay, so what's coming up and what usually happens? So the holiday slump, right? So let's get some comments over there. The next 8 weeks that we're about to go through. What does the next 8 weeks usually look like? What's going to happen? What are some things that we know are going to happen over the next 8 weeks? What do you guys think? Food, yep. Parties, yep. Check. So Chantel says food, Pam says parties, Kim says travel. Yeah, okay. Here we go. The horror of cookies and alcohol. Oh, the horror. Lisa, that's pretty funny. Darcy, interesting. Busy, right? Family gatherings, shopping, stress. Love it, Rhonda. Perfect. So this really is like there's no wonder that the fitness industry and nutrition industry has such a boom come January, because this time of year, all the things you guys just said, they're absolutely going to happen. We have we have family get-togethers. We get so stressed out because it's a stressful time of the year. We've got so much to get done. We're on the run. We're so busy. It's just grabbing here and whipping here and grab some food real quick. Doesn't matter if it's a number 2 from McDonald's. I've just got to go. I got to finish doing everything I got to do. We've got the big giant parties, right? So When you think about it, really, like around the holidays, you have 2 days. You have 2 days where you really get together and you have these big giant feasts, right? You've got Thanksgiving and you've got Christmas. So why then does it turn into more of a instead of two cheat days separated by a month apart? why does it turn into 6 weeks worth of cheat meals, and we really get off track, and we kind of slide to the left a little too far, and then we have to of course set those New Year's resolutions and get back at it in January. It's because of all those things you just said. We're so busy, we're stressed, the family gatherings, we turn a cheat day into a cheat week, we get into the holiday slump. And everybody knows it's coming, so this is cool that we're here and we're talking about it, and we're going to get in front of this thing and we're going to set some cool goals while still enjoying the holidays. Because I don't want to losing weight and hitting our target goals, but not being able to enjoy Christmas dinner is not ideal, and it's not worth it, right? We want to enjoy our families. We want to be able to go visit our mom and sisters and nieces and nephews and have a glass of wine around the table after Christmas with everybody else. We want to enjoy those things. But so how can we do that without getting too far off track? That's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so here it is, the ultimate I'll start on Monday, quote unquote. So, how do we fight the urge to start fresh in January? So, that's what would get us really far behind, and then we got to go to work in January and work so hard. So how do we right now, 8 weeks out, how do we fight the urge? You guys have any ideas? How do we fight this urge to start telling ourselves, you know what, I'm just going to count the next 8 weeks as a wash and start fresh in January? What are some things you guys think that we can put in place to really fight this urge to have the I'm going to start back fresh in January mentality? Oh, Charlotte, I love it. Charlotte, which gym are you from? That was really good. Bay Area, nice. Okay, yeah, you guys just opened Monday. Congratulations, I love it. So Charlotte said set goals. What does everybody else think? Yep. Making healthy choices. Really, yeah, just Rhonda, just like you said, like really just kind of just thinking about it, right? Just thinking about it and making those healthier choices as we go into it. Keep time on your schedule for exercise. Darcy, that's huge, especially you guys, right? Like, so, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Like, as Delta Life, you have the gym and you can go to that, but you also have your Slide Right Vault or Delta One, the online program. We have 4 recorded online workouts that are just body weight. You can do anywhere, anytime. They're 20 minutes. If you're visiting and staying with the in-laws, you can stay in your room, pop open your laptop, log into Delta One, bang out that 20-minute workout. Is it as good as going to the gym? You're going to get more out of the gym, absolutely, but doing that online workout is a heck of a lot better than not doing anything. And those workouts are still really tough. I don't know if you guys have tried one yet or not, but they're good. they're gonna help you out for sure. Commit to working out 4 days a week. Yeah, Pam, that's really good. Plan ahead, Michelle. Yeah, so just thinking about it, right? Plus, if we start sooner, we'll look better sooner. Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing worse than waiting until the New Year's resolution to start trying to look good, because then you're just playing catch up. Like, there's so much we can do now. We can still enjoy those 2 days. We can still enjoy Thanksgiving. We can still enjoy Christmas. And we won't have as much work to do in January. Shannon, good job. Keep a meal replacement bar with you. Wow, Chantel, money. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I could turn on my camera right now and show you. I got right here. I've got my Shackley. Yeah, you guys, you guys hear that? I've got my Shackley meal bars right here around the holidays. So huge. So when you're traveling, me and Kristen don't go anywhere unless we get like a bag of apples and some beef jerky, so something that's pretty clean to eat while we're road tripping, or we've got our Shackley meal bars with us, so that it's so that it doesn't get to a situation where we're forced to whip into McDonald's. I've got that meal bar that I'd much rather have. Stay focused on your goal and fight the temptation. Don't overindulge. Not overeating, Sandra. That's perfect, Sandra. Good job. So just because we want to enjoy the good holiday foods doesn't mean we have to overdo it, right? Eat a nice portion of the bad foods, quote unquote. It can be high glycemic index foods. It can be the sticky carbs, but just try not to overeat, right? That's a good one. Yeah, Pam, that's a good one. Just constantly reminding yourself of, Pam says, think about how much harder it will be in January. That's, and really what we're doing right now. Just getting in front of this thing and thinking about it is the way to do it. Walk away from temptations. You can always do burpeology at home. Chantel, yeah, you're right. But I don't, you got to be a special person to do burpeology by yourself when nobody's making you. It's hard enough when you're in the gym. Don't go to holiday parties hungry, eat before, right? Okay, so here's another one too. You guys know I'm a big fan of the book, The Thin Woman's Brain. And it talks about the difference between being a willpowerly thin woman, uh, versus being a naturally thin woman. And the whole premise of the book is a willpowerly thin woman tells herself, I can't have holiday cookies, I can't go to holiday parties, I can't have wine. When you tell yourself you can't have those things, you're going to become obsessed with them. It's all you're going to be able to think about. And as humans, we only have so much ability to resist things that we want. So eventually we're going to overeat or overdo it. So if we start hearing about those company parties and maybe our husband's company parties that we want to go to, or the big thing, and we say, okay, I'm not going to have any pie, I'm not going to have any cookies. That's a really dangerous mindset to get into. You want to realize that you can hit your goals by eating whatever you want. You can. I'll say that again. You can hit your goals by eating and drinking whatever you want. You can have wine. You can absolutely hit your goals by eating cookies. You can absolutely hit your goals by having your grandma's most awesome chocolate pie at Christmas time. You can absolutely hit your goals with that. Now you cannot hit your goals by doing that all the time and overeating and eating 3 or 4 slices of pie. But when you tell yourself you can have those things and you go, and you don't become so obsessed with it. You don't become consumed by it. So when you see grandma's chocolate pie, because I'm telling you right now, I'm going to have some of mom's chocolate pie. My mom's chocolate pie is amazing. I love it. If I told myself I couldn't have it, I would eventually give in and eat way too much. So I'm going to go and I'm going to have 1 or 2 bites, and that'll probably be fine. I'm going to move on and I'm going to continue conversation with all the loved ones that I haven't seen in a long time and try to fulfill my dopamine levels that way. All right. Good suggestions by all of you guys. Love the input. Let's move along here. Okay, so we kind of already talked about this. What happens? And you guys nailed all these already. So what happens this time of the year? There's an abundance of food laying around. We've got time off, right? So usually when we're not on a schedule, we're really good as humans. Once we get set on a schedule and this is the way things are going, and drop the kids off at school, grab my meal bar, go get my workout, come back home, grab my meals that I prepped on Sunday, because I know you guys are all prepping those meals on Sunday. Grab my meals that I prepped, get to work, go through my daily schedule, and everything's timed out. And then all of a sudden we're off. The kids are going chaotic. The house is a mess. There's family in town. We've got all this time off. Our schedule has been interrupted. Hard to stay on track when that schedule's been interrupted. So again, try to think through what you can do to fight that before we get to the time when the kids get out of school. How are we gonna eat as a family when the kids are out of school, kind of plan out those meals that we're going to have for the family. And then just the stress alone will make you want to drink more wine, eat more ice cream, and watch more Netflix, right? So that's what the holidays will do to us. So we gotta get in front of that also. And one of the best ways to fight that stress, work out, no doubt. So the better we eat and the more exercise we get, the less stressful we'll be. And the less stressful we'll be, the less ice cream, less wine, and less Netflix we need. Okay. Debbie Downers. So here's one, so we get around family and they're like, oh, why do you even worry about that? Just enjoy yourself, eat the whole pies, have a whole bottle of wine. You don't need to work out. It's just one day. You're such a weirdo. Why are you so obsessed with how you have your routine? Look, remember all your Delta Life ladies, if you need to go into that private Facebook group and be like, look, I got a whole bunch of negative people in my life right now. Just wanted to tell you, Delta Life ladies, that I'm thinking about you, and I love that we're on the same path, and I love that we all have these goals to better our lives, better our families, and better our communities. Because I love you ladies for that. That's what Delta Life's all about. So when you start getting around those people in your life that are trying to bring you away from that, hop back in that Facebook group and just say, hey, I need some support. I'm around a lot of negative people right now. I need my positive Delta Life ladies to back me up because they're probably going through the same thing. So try to distance yourself, or at least protect your mind, and know that those comments are going to come and people are going to say that, and just smile and nod and say, okay, yeah, I understand, but this is important to me, so I would appreciate your support. And then the New Year's mindset, I think we've beat that one up pretty good. Everybody, we're on board now that that New Year's mindset is just, it's so bad. It's so easy to do too. Like, oh, I'm just going to enjoy the next 2 months of my life, and then I'll get serious again in January. We got to fight that. We got to fight that urge. Absolutely. So here's 5 tips that I have to combat the holiday slump. So set a goal with an end date of January 1st, right? So, just like any gym or nutrition program, when it comes to January, we're going to have the Delta Life gyms are going to be full of all the resolution ladies, and we're going to have great programs in January to help everybody lose all this holiday weight. I mentioned before, a lot of us are going to be running that takedown challenge. We're all going to have the New Year's resolution challenge in January. So we're going to have some really cool challenges in January. But hey, for all of us that are here now, let's set a goal that ends on January 1st. That'll help us absolutely. So if you guys know us and our nutrition model, let's eat every 4 hours, not even a grape in between, right? So you guys remember the guest speaker we had a couple of weeks ago, Carolyn Fetters, the creator of the Takedown Lifestyle and the Takedown Challenge from Huntington Beach, California. What an amazing, awesome woman and example she is for all of us. Her and her husband Paul are just great people, but she has spent so much time and energy and put so much training and learning behind this diet that she does, the Takedown Lifestyle and Takedown Challenge, to realize that we need to eat, especially for most of us, we need to eat every 4 hours. And I encourage you to do this on Thanksgiving and Christmas and around those times also, because eating the one meal won't get you in trouble. It's eating the one meal, then 30 minutes later having a cookie, then 30 minutes later having a piece of pie, then 30 minutes later having just a couple more bites of the stuffing, then 30 minutes later having a glass of wine. So that whole time, our body's constantly storing all that as fat. The whole time, our body's using all of those carbs that we're constantly taking in to fuel our activity levels, and it's not ever being able to burn fat as the excess. Where if we eat every 4 hours and not even a grape in between those 4 hours, so at lunchtime we eat everything they've got laid out, the turkey, the stuffing, a couple of cookies, a piece of pie, and a glass of wine. But then you don't eat again for another 4 hours. You're at least allowing your body, after the first 90 minutes, your body's going to use those carbohydrates that you just ate. But after those first 90 minutes, then your body's going to turn to start using fat for energy. But what happens if within that 90 minutes we eat another grape or we eat another cookie or something? Our body goes right into burning that as energy instead of using our fat. Okay. So, okay, Sandra, we got you. You switch over to your phone. We'll be here. So let's have that mentality, okay? Eat every 4 hours, not even a grape, and do this during the holidays. This is a big one right here around the holidays. Don't turn a cheat day into a cheat week. Take Thanksgiving, eat whatever you want. You need that. It's gonna take that big calorie boost, let your body kick out of starvation mode and really start to ramp up your metabolic burn rate by having those cheat days. I think it's brilliant. I think Thanksgiving and Christmas should be carefree, eat whatever you want kind of days. But don't turn a cheat day into a cheat week, okay? Keep portions reasonable, just like Carolyn explains with nutrition on. It's kind of like your car, right? Like just because you worked out doesn't mean you've earned more calories. Whenever you fill a gas tank, if you continue to fill the gas tank, the gas will spill over onto the ground, right? Same thing with our bodies. If we eat too much to where our body can no longer do anything with those carbohydrates and the rest of those macronutrients, our body will store them as fat. So keep portions reasonable. Eat good foods, but like I said, have like a half of the pie instead of a couple of pieces of the pie. Okay. And then keep sliding right. So there's a lot of things that we've talked about that are bad during the holidays, but also one of the good things is that now we've got a family get together. It's really easy to do some activities. Get the whole family outside and let's go play some ultimate football. Some of the games that you guys have learned in Delta Life. Get outside and teach your nephew what burpeology is, and challenge him and see who can win, you or him, in burpeology. That's just really cool. Go out and play a backyard football game. Go for walks after dinner. Go for hikes with the family. Get out, get everybody together, all the nieces and nephews and your brothers and your sisters, and grab them all and go for a hike. Delta One, you guys have access to that online program that you can do wherever you are. All you need is an iPad, an iPhone, or a laptop. You can pull up the workout and do it wherever you are, and it's just as good as being right there in the gym. Okay, so use those Delta One workouts when you can. Okay, so 5 tips to combat the holidays. Do you guys have anything that you want to add to this list? What are some tips you guys think that you could also use to combat the holiday slumps? What are you guys thinking over there? Any ideas? No? Okay. You guys are like, dude, just get to the takedown challenge you're going to give away. That's all. I'm ready. I'm ready. Put me in. All right, here we go. So here's what we're going to do. Don't turn a cheat meal into a cheat day. Yeah, Susan, I like it. Okay, here we go. So let's make some goals to get through the holidays. Let's do our challenge for this week. Like I said, Pam McKinney won the hashtag I choose from last week. Our hashtag for this week is going to be hashtag pre-resolution. So let's make some goals to get through the holidays. What goal do we want to set to get us through this crazy time of year? What goal are we going to achieve by January 1st, not after, right? It's only 8 weeks away. What can we achieve in these 8 weeks? So what I want to do to give away the $240 takedown challenge that's coming up in January, Done For You Nutrition, meal plans, the whole deal. The winner of the one that just went through it lost 36 pounds in 28 days. That's amazing. We're giving one of those away today, $240 value. I want to see what your hashtag pre-resolution is. So I want you to make a goal. I want you to come up with it. I'm a little late. Putting food away immediately helps. Oh, yeah. So put food away immediately and not graze. Kim, good idea. So I want you to come up with a hashtag pre-resolution. What's your goal going to be? A very specific goal on how you want, where you want your body fat percentage to be, or maybe it's a weight goal. I'd rather you go with body fat percentage than weight, but if you have to go with weight, that's okay too. But I want to see some really good, solid goals on what your hashtag pre-resolution is. I want you to put them in the comments right here on this page. Let's come up with some goals. We're going to spend a little bit of time on this because this is the most important part of this entire presentation. And then I want you to go post it in your private Facebook group. So if you're in Daytona, I want you to go to your Daytona members only Facebook group. Or if you're in Jacksonville and you're from the Jacksonville Hopefuls group, I want you to make your hashtag pre-resolution. And I want you to post that in your private Facebook group and then come back and let me know that you've posted it in your private Facebook group. Pam, awesome goal. So Pam, make that even more specific. So Pam put a body fat percentage, 23% body fat. So, Pam, write that out in a sentence form. Say, I will do blank, blank, and blank to ensure that I get to 23% body fat by January 1st. So what are some of the blank, blank, and blanks? I will work out 4 days a week and only eat every 4 hours. I mean, that would be a good one, right? That's a very specific goal that you could do, Pam. So let's take that 23% body fat and turn it into more specific. I will get down to 23% body fat by January 1st by working out 4 days a week and eating only every 4 hours and not turning a cheat day into a cheat week, something to that effect. So let's write something like that out. And then let's hashtag it pre-resolution. And let's throw it up in that private Facebook group. And then you guys come back and let me know once you've thrown it up in your private members only Facebook group. I'm going to give you I'm gonna give you about 4 more minutes to go post those up in there, and then I'm gonna pick a winner, and we're gonna give away this $240 takedown challenge that's coming up in January. So if you want to be eligible for that, you got to go throw it up in your thing. Like I said, I'm gonna give you guys about 4 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. That's the end of all that, all the training. But coming to a webinar doesn't really do us any good, right? We know that. Taking action, setting a solid goal. This is what's gonna help us get through January and not regret the next 2 months. So this is the most important part. Let's set those pre-resolutions and throw them up in the Facebook group.